Hello and welcome to the Marley Bird YouTube channel, brought to you by Red Heart Yarns. In this video, I will show you how to make a crochet oval scrubby. To follow along with me in the video, all you need to do is download the free pattern from redheart.com. The link to the pattern and all the materials will be listed in the video description box below and also on my website. Once you have the free pattern, go ahead and grab 2 balls of scrubby cotton, a size G crochet hook, a stitch marker, a bent tip tapestry needle, and a good pair of scissors. Once you have your pattern and your materials, join me back here and I'll show you how to make this really great crocheted shape. If you're anything like me, you find crochet ovals a little bit tricky. They're not quite a circle, they're definitely not a square, they're somewhere in that in-between realm. And so it can be tricky to follow along with the instructions as they give you the repeats and you're making increases in different places than what you would just exponentially around a genuine circle. So what I'm going to do for this video is I'm going to use 2 different colors of scrubby cotton as we're working around the oval. So as we go from round to round, you'll be able to see each round individually based on the color that I'm using. Pretty simple, right? To begin, I'm going to use the scrubby cotton in lavender, and I will place a slip knot on my hook. I'm just making a general slip knot, and I'm going to place it directly onto my hook. The instructions now say that I need to chain 8. So I will go ahead and chain 8 stitches. And I want to make sure that as I'm chaining these stitches, they're a little bit loose. They're not too tight, so that way I'm able to work into them. As I've been counting, or as I was talking, I didn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once you get 8 stitches, you then begin with round 1 of the pattern. You will work 2 double crochets in the 4th chain from hook. Now, it can be a little bit hard to see where the chains are. Simply find where the V is of the chain when you're working with the scrubby cotton, and you will know exactly where you're supposed to put your hook. So you never count the loop on your hook. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4th chain from hook. We will place 2 double crochet into that 4th chain. So there's 1 and 2. The instructions do tell you that these initial skipped 3 chains count as a double crochet. So I'm going to take my stitch marker and I'm just going to place it right into the top of that chain set right there, just so that I know where it is. Once you've done your 2 double crochets in your 4th chain from hook, you will then double crochet in the next 3 chains. So I will go into the next one, complete 1 double crochet, complete 2 double crochet, and then 1 more in the next chain. After you've done that, you will place 6 double crochet in this last chain. So we are going to put 6 double crochets all into this last chain. And what that will do is we will, in essence, be going around the corner of the oval. So there was 2, here is number 3, and this kind of takes me towards the end here. And when I do number 4 into that chain, it will start to make my work rotate around a little bit. So there's number 4. Here's number 5. And here's number 6. Yeah, you'll notice that as I did those, my first one started over here. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it went around the edge of the oval. Now, after you've completed those 6 double crochets, you're going to work along the opposite end of your foundation chain. You will skip this first chain, so the one we just worked into, we don't want to work into again. But we do want to put a double crochet in the next 3 chains. So put a double crochet in each of the next 3 chains. So there's 1, and here's 2. You'll notice I'm turning my hook around. I'm using the hook to actually grab into the chain there, I find it's really helpful. So there's 3 double crochets. Now I'm going to put 3 double crochets total into this last chain, which makes sense because that makes this side of the oval a mirror image of this side, because we began with the skipped 3 chains and we did 2 doubles. So I just did 1 and I need to do 2 more, and that will give us a total of 6 double crochets on this edge of the oval. So there's that. Once you've done that, you will slip stitch in the top of the beginning chain. So there we are, right there. At this point, you should be able to begin to see the oval taking shape. And I will let you know that this first round I find to be the hardest round of the entire oval Scrubby. When you're making anything with Scrubby, it's important you use your fingertips to really feel where the stitches are to know where to put your hook. That's really difficult when you're working directly into the chain, but from here on out, you shouldn't have as many problems. Now remember, I did say I'm going to change colors for each round. You do not have to change colors, but I'm going to. So for this next round, I'm going to change to the nice pretty tan color. I am going to go ahead and leave my purple attached, that way I can go back and grab it when I get to round 3, but let's go ahead and begin round 2. We start off with a chain 3, and once again that counts as a double crochet. So I will take my marker and I'm placing it into the chain right behind the loop that's on my hook. So that's the 3rd chain. I now will continue on and I will do a double crochet into that same stitch that I did the slip stitch join. So I'm placing a double crochet right there. So that puts 2 double crochets in the same spot. I then carry on and I'm going to put 2 double crochets in this stitch and then 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So I'm going to have 2 sets of 2 double crochets into the next couple stitches. So there was 1 double. That's the second double, so that's the first set. And then I'm going to the next stitch over. There's 1 double and there's 2 double. You can see here, this is where it's really starting to take shape around the edge of the oval. And once again, I'm just feeling with my fingers where the actual post of the double crochet is, and that helps me just kind of find the hole for placing my hook to complete the next series of stitches. I will now do a double crochet in each one of the next 3 stitches, so a singular double into each of the next 3 stitches. Let's grab some more yarn here. Once I've done that, I will now put a set of 2 double crochets into the next 6 double crochets. Okay, so you ready? So this will be my first set. So here's 1 double, 2 double. That's 1 set. Here's 1 double, 2 double. That's 2 sets. Here is 1 double, 2 double. That's 3 sets. Here's 1 double. Here's 2 double. That's 4 sets. Here's 1 double. Here's 2 double. That's 5 sets. I have 1 more to go. Here's 1 double. And here's 2 double. That is my 6 sets. So what you will notice here is I placed a series of 2 double crochets in each one of those 6 stitches, which allowed the stitches to evenly span around the edge of that oval. I will now do a double crochet singularly into each of the next 3 stitches. And then to finish off the oval, I will do a set of 2 double crochets in the next 3 double crochets from the previous round. And what that will do is it will make the beginning round symmetrical with the round we just did. not the beginning round, the beginning of the round symmetrical with the corner of the oval that we just did. How about that for an explanation? So here is 1 double crochet, and here's 2 double crochet, and that's 1 set. Here's 1 double crochet, here's 2 double crochet, and that's 2 sets. Here's 1 double crochet, here's 2 double crochet, and that's 3 sets. You finish off with the slip stitch into that mark stitch that I have right there. And so all I would do is yarn over, pull through, and then pull through there. And you begin to see a really nice oval taking shape. Once again, I will change colors for round 3 and show you how to do that. Once again, you begin the round with 3 chains, and that will count as a double crochet. So I will place my marker into that 3rd chain. It's the one right behind the loop on my hook, just so that way I know where I'm going to join when I'm at the end of my round. Now I will place 2 double crochets in the next double crochet. So I can move on to the next. Now I will place 2 double crochets into the next double crochet. So I am not putting one into the stitch that I joined into. I'm going over to the next double crochet, and I'm placing a set of 2 into that double crochet. Now you'll notice in the patterns that you have some brackets, and it says to double crochet in the next double crochet, 2 double crochet in the next double crochet, end brackets twice. That means you're going to do that series of instructions within the brackets 2 times. So here we go. The first part says we will double crochet in the next double, and then 2 double into the next double. And that's 1 set repeated. So we'll do that again. So we do 1 double crochet in the first double, 2 double crochet in the next double. So we have just repeated what was in the bracket twice. Now you continue on and you do your 3 double crochets in the next 3 double crochets, and we'll come up against some brackets again. At this point, you'll know exactly how to tackle what's inside the bracket. You simply do the instructions inside the bracket for the number of times it says outside the bracket. So let's go ahead and do our 3 double crochets in the next 3 stitches, all by themselves, not a whole lot going on here. And so there they are. And then we're to the bracket, and the bracket says we will do a double crochet in the first stitch and 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So there's 1 and 2, so that's our set, right? All of that is within the bracket, and we will do that a total of 6 times. So that's 1. So let's do that again. So we put a double into the first and 2 into the second. So that is 2 times from the bracket. Put a double into the first and 2 doubles into the second. So that's 3 times from the bracket. A double in the first, 2 doubles in the second. That's 4 times. A double in the first, 2 doubles in the second. That's 5. 1 more. 1 double in the first, 2 doubles in the second. So we just did that series of instructions in the bracket a total of 6 times. And once again, it takes us around the edge of our oval. Did you notice that we are simply doing the set of 2 double crochets, but this time we have it separated with 1 lonely double crochet between each one. That is how we are going to make sure that our oval increases very evenly along the edges. You'll notice in the following rounds, we will now begin to increase the number of stitches between those sets of 2 double crochets around the edge of the oval. Once we've reached this part of the oval, we will do our set, or not our set, I shouldn't call it a set, our 3 double crochets in the next 3 double crochets. So these are just all by themselves. It's kind of like it's going down this path, the short edge, the side edge. And now we are back to a bracket. So what we will do is we will double crochet and then 2 double crochet. And we will do that a total of 3 times, and that'll bring us back to our start. So I will do my double crochet and then 2 double crochet in the next stitch. And that's 1 repeat from the bracket, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet in the next stitch. That's 2 repeats of the bracket, 1 more. Here's 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet in the next stitch. That was 3 repeats from the bracket. All I do now is I slip stitch in my marked stitch right up there, and I have finished my round 3 of my oval. I'm going to go ahead and switch colors, and let's start round 4. Once again, round 4 has us begin with a chain 3. So I chain 3 stitches and I move my marker up. I find having a marker really helps me know where the end of my round is. So I always use a marker. But do you have to? No. If you're comfortable enough knowing where the end of your round is, you can forego the marker. Once you've chained 3, we will double crochet in the next double crochet. Then we will do 2 double crochets in the next. There's 1 and 2. You'll notice you're back to a bracket, so this will be our repeat. The bracket says we will do a singular double crochet into each of the next 2 doubles, and then we will put 2 double crochets into the next. So that's our set of doubles that we are familiar with, and that's 1. So we have to do that 1 more time for this bracket to be complete. So I will put a double crochet in the first, a double crochet in the second, and 2 double crochets in the third. See how now we have increased the number of stitches between our 2 double crochet sets. We did have no stitches between them on round 2, 1 stitch between them on round 3, and now we have 2 stitches between them on round 4. Once you've completed the first bracket, you will then go ahead and double crochet in the next 3 double crochet. There's 1, 2, 3, and now we're back to a bracket again. And at this point, you might actually know exactly what it is without even looking at it. But what it's going to be is a double crochet in the first 2 stitches, and then 2 double crochets in the next. So we are going to use up 3 stitches, and we're going to end up with 4 total. So here we go. We're going to do this a total of 6 times. So this was repeated 6 times. We will double crochet in the first, double crochet in the second, 2 double crochet in the third. There's 1 and 2. So that was 1 repeat of the bracket. Let's do the next. 1 double crochet in the first, 1 double crochet in the second, 1 and 2 double crochets in the third. So that's our set. So that was 2 times. 1 double crochet in the first, 1 double crochet in the second, 2 double crochet in the third. It's 3 times. 1 double crochet in the first, 1 double crochet in the second, 2 double crochet in the third. That's 4. 1 double crochet in the first, 1 double crochet in the second, 2 double crochet in the third. That's 5. We need 1 more. 1 double crochet in the first, 1 double crochet in the second. Let me get some more yarn here. And 2 double crochet in the third. Pretty easy, right? You can see how that is just exponentially increasing just around that corner. And then we have our nice little set of 3 double crochets just right here along this edge, which makes the oval not completely round. It has that nice little flat edge on this side and this side. Let's go ahead and carry on with the rest of round 4. I will do a double crochet in the next 3 double crochet. And now I'm to my bracket where I will do a double crochet in the first, a double crochet in the second, 2 double crochet in the third. There's 1 and 2. To do that again, double crochet in the first, double crochet in the second, 2 double crochet in the third. Only one more repeat for this bracket. 1 double in the first, 1 double in the second, 2 doubles in the third. 1 and 2. Finish off with a slip stitch through your marked stitch, just like so, and you will see that your oval is taking even more shape. It looks pretty cool, right? I'm going to go ahead and change colors one last time. This will be round 5, back to my purple. And because round 5 is the final round, I'm going to go ahead and cut my tan color so it doesn't have to hang out here anymore. And let's start. So we have round 5 begins with the chain 3 just like before. I can move my marker up for the last time. As I mentioned, it's just there for a little handy place reminder of where I'm supposed to put my hook. Now I go ahead and I will place a double crochet in the first, double crochet in the second, 2 double crochet in the third, right here at the start. Remember though, our initial chain 3 counts as a double crochet. So, but the last round we were doing stitches into 3 stitches. It was double, double, 2 doubles. Now on this round, it'll be double, 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 2 doubles. So there will be 3 double crochets in between each set of 2 double crochets. So that was the first one, and now we're to our bracket, and we will work through what I just explained. We will do a double into the first, a double into the second, a double into the third, 2 doubles into the fourth. So there's 1 and 2. We have to repeat that bracket one more time. A double into the first, a double into the second, a double into the third, 2 doubles into the fourth. Just like so. Then you carry on and you will put a double crochet in the next 3 doubles. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And we're back to our bracket. And this next bracket is going to take us all around that edge. And just like I mentioned before, it's going to be a double crochet into 3 stitches and then 2 double crochets into the fourth. So I will start off by putting a double into the first, a double into the second, a double into the third, and 2 doubles into the fourth. So there's 1 and 2. I will repeat that 5 more times. A double into the first, a double into the second, a double into the third, 2 doubles into the fourth. 1 and 2. To repeat that 4 more times. A double into the first, a double into the second, a double into the third, and 2 doubles into the fourth. There's 1 and 2. 3 more times to repeat. A double into the first, a double into the second, a double into the third, 2 doubles into the fourth. 2 more times. A double into the first, a double into the second, a double into the third, and 2 doubles into the fourth. One more time. Double into the first, a double into the second, a double into the third, and 2 doubles into the fourth. Whew, takes a while to get around that corner, right? So if I set this down, you can actually see I'm really getting a nice size oval here. I'm going to continue on, and I will put a double crochet in the next 3 double crochet. So these are all standalone, nothing's getting done extra over here. So there's 1, 2, 3. Now I have to complete this edge of the oval, right? Because I've completed those there. And remember, you repeat around the edges 6 times. So we've done 3 because we started off with 1 and we did 2 more. So we have to do 3 over here, and then that will be the end of my round 5. So let's continue on. I will put a double in the first, a double into the second, a double into third, and 2 into the fourth. 1 and 2. So that was 1 repeat. I have 2 more to do. A double in the first, a double into the second, a double in the third, and 2 doubles in the fourth. 1 and 2. Last one. A double in the first, a double in the second, a double in the third, 2 doubles in the fourth. 1 and 2. Finish off this one by doing a slip stitch in the top here, and I will have a total of 66 double crochets all the way around. Go ahead and give your yarn a nice snip and give it a pull. Give that a nice tug, and everything is nice and oval and beautiful. I love the different colors that I use because I think it really helps you see the different rounds. And you can see here, it all began here with this really simple oval, and then each round joined into it exponentially, but not increased all the way around exponentially, just along the 2 edges. We started off with a set of 2 double crochets into 6 doubles, and then when we got to the next round, we separated those 2 double crochets with 1 double. The next round, we separated those 2 double crochets with 2 doubles. The next round, we separated those 2 double crochets with 3 doubles. If you wanted to carry on beyond round 5, you would just carry on just like we did. The next round would be separate those 2 double crochets with 4 doubles. Pretty easy, right? Not so hard. All you'd have to do now is go ahead and weave in your tails. And what's lovely about the Scrubby cotton is it's really nice and strong. It's strong cotton, but you just use your tapestry needle, thread it in to the tapestry needle, a bent tip one. I really like those. And I simply just like to close any sort of gaps that I might have had because I did color changes. And it really doesn't matter how pretty you make this because the Scrubby hides a multitude of sins. If you've watched some of my other Scrubby videos, you know that. I like to go ahead and finish off with just a hitch knot and give it a nice tug, snip the yarn, and so that wove in that one. And I can go ahead and weave the others in the same manner. It didn't even really matter that I carried up the yarn here. You can't even tell. It looks really nice and good. I can go ahead and weave this, close any sort of gaps I might have had. But if you ask me, this is a pretty good size face cloth. I could totally use that to take off my makeup. I think it'd be nice and handy. Now, if you do make your crochet oval scrubby out of Scrubby cotton, don't forget that it is 100% cotton, so it will take a little bit longer to dry than the traditional Scrubby yarn, which is 100% polyester. But if you ask me, this Scrubby cotton is fantastic for spas and baths and just general gift giving. Partner this up with a really smell good piece of soap and you have yourself a really wonderful housewarming gift, don't you think? So much fun. I love it. Now you know how to make a crochet oval scrubby. You can use this technique and this stitch pattern with any yarn you choose. It doesn't have to be Scrubby yarn, but I will encourage you to grab yourself some Scrubby yarn and make yourself this really fun crochet scrubby shape. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Marley Bird, proud spokesperson for Red Heart Yarns. Bye. Hey, don't leave yet. I'm sure there are other videos here that you will enjoy. Go ahead and check out some of my knitting and crochet videos as well as some of my crafting videos. You will love them, I promise. If you hit subscribe, you'll be up to date whenever there's a new video released. And as my kids say, don't forget to smash that like button. Bye.